Hello everyone, Warhammer back with episode 5 of our modded Greasus Goldtooth Ogre Kingdoms campaign. Last time we ended with a pretty good battle against one of Nurgle's settlements. We wanted to fight Kugath because he is one of our bounties. But he decided to go to sea and we weren't in range to actually make it to him, so we decided to take the settlement instead. But after that battle, how were we wanting to level up Greasus? The weapon strength for large units, I think is good, but maybe not something we want immediately. Recruitment bonuses, sacking rating, hit points, and armor. We definitely want this one later, because on the Palanquin mount for Greasus, he gets another 10% HP, which is like, what, 1250 HP basically, plus 15 more armor, so that's going to be really good for Greasus. Greasus actually gets pretty decent with the Palanquin mount. But I think I'd like to get to Renowned and Feared first, because we're trying to accumulate as much gold as possible so we can make use of Greasus's tyrant actions for the Over Tyrant. We've spent 2 points in upkeep reduction and 1 in healer. Punishing quite a bit a turn. I think we can go with... Now we'll get some extra upkeep reduction from Renowned and Feared, so let's spend 1 more point in healer. I'm not sure that made a big... Okay, we got 1 more Ogre per turn replenishing instead of 7. So 8 instead of 7. Firebelly. We have Eruption, which is nice. Flame Incarnate is nice for the melee damage reflection, because it's 24 seconds. Although we have Fireball, Cascading Fire Cloak, and Burning Head, but we don't really have a good armor piercing yet. Let's do Piercing Bolts, because that is the one or a fire spell that actually does armor piercing. Or at least a significant portion of it, so we'll get that. Our Bruiser finally hit level 12, so let's do Puncture. That gives him armor sundering and melee attack. Movable Bulk gives mass, melee defense, and physical resist. Really good. This increases training by 10% and wound chance by 10%. This gives him a bonus for his infantry and armor piercing damage. Let's make sure we get this one for the defensive stats. And then I want to get Stecken, I said, because this gives melee attack and leadership, which is really, really nice. So let's get Brutish Thug first. And we'll get this one next time we level up. I think we've got... Okay, yeah. Just looking at our big names, I think we've got most of them that we are able to right now. This guy's actually got most of his, which is awesome. But with our Butcher of the Great Maw, we are trying to get the Maw and Troll Guts as soon as we can, because Troll Guts is a really good healing spell, and the Maw is a really, really good big area of effect damaging spell. We already have access to Toothcracker. I'm going to do Bone Crusher, because that's a nice spell with some armor piercing. The Meat Cleaver, next level up we can get some of those really good spells. And our Hunter. Let's finish off Gutplate and looking at his big names. Reach Tray 15. Win a battle against an army containing 3 monster units. That might happen with Kugath if he has lots of Beasts and Nurgle. Win a battle with 2,500 kills. We have Bragg the Gutsman. Where is he? Coming down. We sent him up north to try to get a assassination for one of our contracts, and also to fill out his Hero Slayer big name. But we didn't quite get there in time, unfortunately. The character got eliminated. But if we find something else useful, we'll use it on a hero over here maybe. But we just want him to come and join as soon as possible. It actually might be faster if we just let him go to sea first. Then he can just come meet us at Dreadrock. I think that's a little bit faster. Up here, we did lose the Haunted Forest from a rebellion. So our secondary army, led by this tyrant, is going to try to take it back, but the Helman Gorse is kind of an issue. But the Rebellion army was really strong. It had Vargeist, Cryptors, Vargals, Black Knights, and Graveguard. So his army is going to have to be pretty significant. We have a lot of heroes that are decently leveled up. So we should be able to do damage as long as we have enough meat shields. And we've got some more heroes coming down as well. Which we have access to more bruisers now, which is great. And we can get them at level 8. So Big Daddy is Charge and Leadership Aura. Let's do Farter. And I'm actually going to recruit the other two and disband them. Just so hopefully we can get some better traits accumulating over time next time we can recruit some of these guys. I don't really like that one either. We'll wait for some better traits. But other heroes, I think we're full on all of our heroes except for bruisers. Yep. Yeah, so he's going to recruit some more, and he'll get some more heroes to come help join him fight Helman Gorse once again. But looking at our economy, we have built the Maugate now, and we actually have some money to build a landmark. So we'll do that. And with our other growth, Carrot Crackerton and Grimtop. Grimtop is probably safer. But Carrot Crackerton has a trade resource. So let's build that one up first. Yeah, we were building up the Haunted Forest because it has exotic animals, which lets us recruit like Stonehorns and Thundertusk really early. But we'll get to it later. We almost had a rebellion here. We dealt with it up there, but we are getting that under control. Let's just build up our income. And then Greasus, yeah, we ended the episode last time before we ended the turn, so that's okay. Okay, this is to eliminate the other Nurgle which you want to do, and this one is to take Flayed Rock from the Chaos Stores, which we probably won't get to this one in time, so we'll decline that bounty, actually. But, oh, our other camp up here. This is the camp that we inherited from our confederation with the owners of Pigbarter. So he has enough meat to do a spare tent or the army support one. I think we're just going to wait till we can get this one, because this gives us more meat per turn. But it seems like a good spot to end the turn. I'm curious. Oh, I forgot to move this guy. I'm curious to see where Kugath is going to go, though. Because initially he was at this settlement, but he sailed out. Okay, it looks like he sailed back over to... let me select it on the mini-map over here. Oh no, he didn't sail back over here. Where did he go then? Ooh, sneaky Kugath. Oh no, maybe he's this one. Okay, I think this is him right next to our butcher. Yep, okay, that's fine. He's also at war with this Lizardman faction, so he's probably trying to finish him off first. But that could be a problem since he went north. That leaves him... open to go up into this territory, which we control, which would be bad because I don't want to have to chase him all the way around. Ooh. So here's the decision with Greasus. Do we keep going south and push into the heart of his territory, or do we go back and try to kill Kugath and then come back down? Because we have 4 more turns on that bounty to fight Kugath. I think we do that also because we used one of the Tyrant's demands to... where is it? To cause attrition to his army, to weaken it up a little bit. So let's actually go out that way. Ooh, hopefully I left myself enough move range. I did not. So that we weren't taking attrition. That's annoying. Okay, well... crap. Can't help it now. We'll just try to get an ambush in case he comes down this way. Most likely he's just going to take the settlement which is bad because he'll be able to heal after that. But can't change it now. Alright, let's check our bruisers now. Fart, yeah, another bad one, so we're just going to wait and see if we get better traits. They don't have quite enough movement range to join this tyrant, and one does. Okay. Yeah, the garrison is mostly skeletons and zombies, so it's not a huge issue. We have the characters that can take out the rest of the guys. I'm just worried about their leadership, so we need to make sure we fill this army out. We'll see if... Oh, I guess they both can barely make it. Awesome. We'll see if Boris decides to sally out and try to fight us in the field. Fortunately, the rest of our units are not very good, but we have enough heroes that hopefully that should carry the day for us. So let's look at items for them. Okay, for armor options, we have the armor of Silver Steel, which just gives a flat 20 armor bonus. Let's give him the Helm of Discord. I think I'm actually going to prefer to keep that to fight Nurgle, but the armor and melee defense might help, just the melee defense primarily. Yeah. And then we'll give the... Where's the Butcher? No, the Firebelly. Firebelly's a little bit... No. I'm indecisive. Which one of these casters is higher level? Okay, you don't have access to a lot of great spells yet. Yes, we want the extra armor on the Firebelly, because he also does not have very good melee. Or very good armor. Okay, we have the Tenderizer, which is a great ability. Affects an ally in range. Gives them 50% damage boost. Let's stick that on the Tyrant. I guess he has the Brass Cleaver. This just gives him melee attack. We'll stick that on his Bruiser. Yeah, and the Tyrant we're going to give Tenderizer. Greedy Fists. Ooh, okay. 10% ward save. 10% weapon strength. And it increases cooldowns of nearby units. That's going to be good fighting against the vampires. Let's give him that. And then the enchanted item, let's give him the Potion of Toughness. Greasus doesn't really need that. Skull of Blast, I think, is a fireball bound fireball. So let's give that to our Firebelly. We've got all of our things kitted out already. Okay, this reduces casualties from attrition. Is there something we can stick that on for Greasus' army, though? It can only be equipped on the Lord. So we don't need the control, so let's take the Noble Inventor instead, so we reduce that attrition a little bit. But then looking at our gold and our meat. Our camp tyrant, let's level him up. Corruption, control, growth in the local province. Who master of meat. Meat from gained from battles for armies and influence. That's good. Brag, yeah, you're going to come to sea. I think it's faster if you come to sea no matter what, but we'll try to bring you this way after you're at sea. You can probably meet up with Greasus faster that way. But at this camp, we need one more turn to have enough meat to upgrade that. At Ruins End, Pig Barter has a really good landmark at tier 3, so... And Pig Barter might get attacked, because it's kind of in a vulnerable position against the Chaos Swords, who are not super friendly with us at the moment, but they don't hate us. To get Chaos Ogres, we'd have to build the... Oh, I guess you can get some at tier 1. Yeah, we'll upgrade that. So we can get some Chaos Ogres sooner than later. But yeah, the big thing here is to see whether they're going to sally out and fight us. It would be... It might actually be better if they don't, then we can keep causing attrition to them.
No. I'll have you.
Yeah, because a valiant defeat, if we wanted to fight him... Yeah, we'll see if he decides to come out and fight us or not. But I expect Kugath to take Shattered Stone Bay. Oh, I forgot about this butcher too. Oh, and I didn't look at our new bounty either. I saw it was to take Ambo Peak, but I didn't look at it closely. We didn't open up it in the UI. Okay, he decides to fight us. Hopefully the map gives us some beneficial terrain. It might be okay. Yeah, everything having poison is kind of bad for us, but yeah, hopefully we can win the day with all of our characters and our magic. All right, guys. So we have our Tyrant Broomguts leading the attack against the rebellious Gorse, who decided to come back after he retook the Haunted Forest with a rebellion. So we've got not actually a fantastic army, but we've got 5 heroes to accompany our Tyrant. We have 2 Bruisers, both of which are on Mournfangs. We have our Tyrant right there, and we have a Firebelly and a Butcher with the Lore of the Great Maw, and a Hunter, who's going to be pretty useful because he has anti-large missiles, and he's anti-large in melee. So for the enemy army, we have a fair amount of skeletons, 1 unit of Graveguard, but they've got some Crypt Ghouls, 1 Crypt Horror, and some Vargheists, along with Black Knights and some Fellbats. So they severely outnumber us. Our army only has basic ogres, no man-eaters or iron-guts or anything like that, but we do have 1 unit of Pitback Riders, who have been given the banner of Rag Banner, so they give leadership to units around them. But I did notice that none of the undead was moving towards us except for these Black Knights on the side, and I was lucky that I actually caught it. I think they decided to stop short, but I thought, hey, well, they brought themselves close enough. We sent our Hunter forward to attack the Vargulf, try to deal some damage on it, to kind of get them to start to march onto us, but we do send this Bruiser on his Mournfang, try to get a good charge off on these Black Knights. Black Knights, of course, are anti-infantry, so that won't help them against our Ogre Bulls, and we send another Bruiser in there as well, and the Pitback Riders are going to come and try to get their charge off with their anti-large. But the Undead Horde has started to advance. We are waiting for them to come to us, because we want to use this terrain to our best advantage. We have this little mound protecting one of our flanks. But now the Varghulfs and some of these Fellbats are going to come and join the little brawl over here against the Black Knights along with these Fellbats. Nothing too powerful. The Varghulfs can be nasty because they do have access to the Hunger. If I can find them. They have access to the Hunger, so they heal in melee. But I wasn't too worried about them, but man, Varghulfs can be nasty. These things are so hard to kill. They have immune to flanking. They have the Hunger and regeneration. Regen does give a weakness to fire, but being part of Gorse's army, they all get immune to contact effects. So flaming attacks from our Firebelly aren't actually doing quite as much as I had hoped. Yeah, because that immune to contact effects is really, really bad for us. I forgot that's so good about Gorst. But he does send some direwolves into our back line to get on top of our Hunter, who was throwing his spears at some of these Crypt Horrors. But this Varghulf decides to try and pick on our Firebelly. So I tried to pull him out of the combat a little bit to get some burning heads over here on this big clump of skeletons and zombies. Gorst still hiding in the back just a little bit. giving out Vigor Mortis. But yeah, this Vargulf has a hate boner for our Firebelly. With the assist from this Bruiser, the Direwolves will start to go down and not be able to do too much damage. The Hunter doesn't have a whole lot of armor, so Direwolves are actually not terrible against him, but the Bruiser's going to be a big help. But over here, though, our Payback Riders and these Ogre Bulls holding up pretty well against superior numbers of the Undead. Tyrant just putting a beating on anything that get his hands onto, taking very little damage in the meantime. Yeah, our duel here between the Vargulf and the Firebelly is not going well in our favor. Vargulfs are just nasty. They're very hard to kill. We get the first units routing from our army, some Noblars, along with our Payback Riders that were on the right flank. Ogre Bull's about to break. I did try to keep our hero spread throughout most of our army to provide leadership to the regular units. But we got kind of caught up over here and surrounded, so it's hard getting some of them out to it, but some of these Noblars coming back. And on our Tyrant, part of the reason he's going to do so well in this battle is that we gave him the Tenderizer. So it gives him passively 10% weapon strength, but he also gets this really good buff for 25 seconds. Plus, on this Bruiser, we have the Brass Cleaver giving a bonus 8 melee attack to units around him. Yeah, our units on the right side, they got surrounded quite a bit, so they broke off, but some of them are starting to come back. Left flank held pretty good, though, with this this Butcher of the Great Maw holding out. Another big fire spell with the Burning Head, bouncing it off the rock wall here for a double whammy. Killing these guys very, very well. That's where a lot of their numbers are. But we get the Direwolves off of our Hunter, and we finally get the Firebelly out, but he's being chased by the Graveguard now, and the Vargulf really likes to go after him. Some of our Ogres coming back, going to come help out these Pigback Riders once again, fight the Spearmen. Our Tyrant and Bruiser here are just going to town on all these skeletons. But the Cryptors coming in for a charge against some of our Ogre Bulls, sneaking through, and that's not a great matchup for us. Cryptors are very tanky, and their poison attacks really, really hurt our Ogre Bulls' stats. So that's the fight they're not going to win without support. And our Vargulf friend decides to actually rout off our Firebelly, but our Bruiser we sent in to try to give him a little bit of a payback. Knock him down a few times. But after routing our Ogre Bulls, the Cryptors decide to team up on our Bruiser. Our other Bruiser getting out for a little bit. See if I could send him to help a little bit. But our Hunter does come back. Or sorry, not our Hunter. Our Firebelly. But our left flank is starting to crumble a little bit. The Noblars held out for a while, but it's just our Butcher of the Great Maw and these other Noblars still holding out. But they did really, really well. Another big Burning Head to come down. Almost wipe out all of this undead infantry. Gorse in the back, just not getting into the fight at all, but providing some good buffs with the... Gosh. Now we should do it. Gosh, it won't let me select it. Okay. With the Unholy Loathsome for the heal and leadership to nearby units, really, really key. Along with Master of the Dead, giving another heal. But our right flank has come back a little bit. They're still fighting a pretty good group of units. Our Noblars and our Ogre Bulls started to rout many times, so once they've hit their third rout, they won't come back, but we haven't quite hit that with our units yet. Yeah, this Vargulf almost hitting his healing cap. Gonna prove to be one of the most resilient units in this battle. Some of our Noblars do come back from routing. We'll be heading back into combat a little bit. Since all of our Noblars over here got routed, we decided to throw a big Burning Head down on all the undead infantry. Since we are not at risk of hitting our Ogre Bulls, since Burning Head does not do very much damage to large targets. But we've completely annihilated this flank. Our Firebelly and Butcher duking it out, along with some Ogre Balls coming back. Gorse decides to finally join the fight. Yeah, man, that Vargulf almost killed our Firebelly, almost killed one of our Bruisers. Our Hunter's still holding out. He's not getting prime targets for his anti-large attack, but has used all of his ammunition. This is going to be his last cast of Burning Head for our Firebelly. Try to get it right on top of those crit ghouls. I tried to keep our Firebelly out of combat for a little bit, just so he wasn't at risk of getting chased off once again by our Vargulf, the kind of bane of his existence. But that was a a lost hope. Or misplaced hope, I should say, because that Vargulf really does not like him. Gut rug, belly rot, yeah. But out here are one of our Bruisers. Still very healthy for the most part. But now he is getting picked on by the Vargulf. But the Undead have kind of consolidated into a single spot. So that's good for us for certain reasons, but bad for us for other reasons also. So now that they're all close together, they are getting buffed by Helmengorst. See if I can actually find Vigor Mortis. So he's giving them melee attack, melee defense, and vigor, which is really, really nasty. But the Ogre Hunter, I think, had a few things of ammunition left, so we're going to try to send him to get some shots off on this Vargulf. Man, look at our Tyrant. He did have a potion of toughness, but I don't remember if we'd already used it at this point. But he proven to be really useful. We also decided to give him the item Greedy Fist, which gives him a ward save. And it also increases cooldowns on enemy characters. So really, really nice to get it used with Helmengorst near. There were no other characters in this army besides Helmengorst, so wasn't quite useful until Gorst decides to join the fight. But our army is pretty tattered. Almost all of our units have rounded off 2 or 3 times, so they're close to not coming back. Gorst is still at full health. Vargulf very, very low. Just barely above 1,000 HP, but decides to go after our Hunter, who is also very low. Almost gets him down to 500 HP, but our Bruiser does come in. Provides quite a bit of hurting, and we also get the Ogre army ability to dismember off for a little bit of a damage over time, and a slow, which finishes off the Vargulf. But this fight is not over yet. Pretty much the only thing we have left fighting are characters. Yep, our Ogre Bulls have rounded off for good. We've just got these Nobblers. They are only vestiges of units left. Send this Bruiser in to try to get a little bit of a beating on Gorst, because the army will survive until he starts taking enough damage to where the leadership breaks. But our Hunter gets routed off. Butcher of the Great Maw comes back with his peg leg nobbling around. I always forgot about that, but it's funny to watch them because their animations are kind of funny. They're wobbly. But last vestiges of the Graveguard and the Crypt Horror still holding out against our Tyrant and our Bruiser. Over here, our other Bruiser, though, very, very low. Just about 1,000 HP. He has some support from our Nobblers now, but they do have Crypt Ghouls over here as well, which can be nasty. But with our Butcher of the Great Maw coming to team up on them. Look at a little bit of damage. Big Javelin there by the Hunter. Big anti-large missile. Gorst taking significant damage now. But his army over here is still holding out. Our Tyrant up to almost 200 kills. Oh, and there goes our Butcher of the Great Maw. He did not die, but he is routed off for good. Hunter still got 2 ammunition, so we'll see if he can get another good hit off right here. Ooh, miss. One of our butchers routes off. Not our butcher, our bruiser. But our other bruiser, he actually is high enough level that he has access to where you're going. So we actually bring him back and give him unbreakable for a little bit as he comes back in right there. But the undead are just down to the last vestiges. We got a few zombies left. Cryptors. Down to 4 models. But they've hit their healing cap, so they've got no more gas left in the tank. Some of them get knocked down, getting teamed up on by our bruisers and our tyrant, finishing off the Graveguard. Meanwhile, we switched him to go after Helm Gorst, who's on his Gorst cart, getting smacked around now. Hunter gets routed off along with the bruiser once again, so it's pretty close right now. Cryptors finally go down. But we have some zombies left, and about 12 to 15 models of Graveguard. Man, our tyrant, he's a champ. He hasn't even got to half HP yet. Gore's still at 46 leadership, though. Proved to be quite resilient. But he's getting focus fired now by our tyrant, our bruiser, and then we have our other bruiser coming back and breaks the leadership. Wowee! What a freaking close battle. Now you guys know why I kitted out our Ogre Tyrant to be just a beat stick instead of doing some army buffs. Because he was the rock of our army. Look at that. We had 5 heroes and all of them are probably under 1,000 HP. They all did really well though. Lots of kills, 1,400 value, 2,600 value, awesome. Almost 2,000. This guy only had 500, but he was fighting zombies most of the time. And our Fire Belly, 2,700. Good portion of that is from magic, but he also did really well in melee too. But the rest of our units did not do bad. But man, that was a that was a very, very close battle. Let's just occupy it. Luckily, we don't have to fight Gorst again now, hopefully, unless we get another rebellion later in the campaign. But it's good to have the Haunted Forest back under our control. It is a good settlement for that, particularly for the exotic animals resource that we get there. But holy camole. Oh, what? Oh, okay, I get it. So the bounty got aborted. Both of those because the faction got destroyed. Got a lot of big names unlocked. We'll look at those. But, yeah, our bounties got canceled because the faction got destroyed. But we have... Gelt actually wants us to pay us to go after... Oh, this is part of the new province that got unlocked with the Omens of Destruction update. I have not even looked at that yet. That's cool to know. And then for other two, the Legion of Asgore wants us to fight these ogres, which actually might happen, but this one's too far away. These only have 10 turns, which I'm not going to be able to get there and do in time, so we're just going to hope there's a more opportunistic bounty that comes up. But yeah, man, that was a close battle. Let's look at all the big names we got. So, from winning a battle with 2,500 kills, he gets melee attack and weapon strength. And I'm going to give him more melee defense.
No one else touch it.
Our bruiser... So he got one. This was just winning a battle with another here in your army, but Guardian's really nice. Let's give him more HP. Our Fire Belly won a battle with a pick victory, so he got a ward save. Unfortunately, he did not have the big name for defeating an undead army, because it's actually a really, really good one. But yeah, leveling him up. Ooh, wrong one. Let's do evasion. So he's a little bit tankier. And our hunter. She's scarred veteran. Our butcher of the Great Maw. Replenish troops. And this other bruiser, let's do hard to hit. Because he is, actually no. 11, 10, 9, 8. Oh, we should save. If we want to get all of his skills right away, we should start saving now. For the ones that unlock at level 12. Luckily, we shouldn't have a rebellion here because the vampiric corruption did not get very high. Because they were only in control of the 7th for like 2 turns afterwards. But we can start building it back up. Unfortunately, we lost the money we invested in it earlier, but can't help it. Okay, our camp. We have a bunch of meat now from that battle, at least with this guy. I guess not too much. It's at 336. This one has enough to upgrade meat production though, so let's do that one. And up here, still no great traits for our bruiser, so we'll keep waiting. As far as our money, let's upgrade. Actually, what does spices give us? Oh, it increases income from trade tariffs. So we'll do that one over just the pure money. That's better. Actually, no, let's upgrade Grimtop so we get everything to tier 3. Then we can get rid of some of this growth stuff, since everything will be maxed out. Right here at Scrap Towers, we can upgrade that. Yeah, if I leave here, we'll go to negative 26, but part of that is from Conquest. And the provincial instability will gradually... Now, we'll keep him for a turn, because he heals a little bit more that way. But for Greases, can we reach Kugath? We can. Oh, we should get a regiment of renown though, because I think our... Oh no, Bragg the Gutsman should be in range. He actually may not be, because he has to land. Come up here. We'll merge these Novelars actually, then we'll get one of these regiments of renown. Okay, the Nobbler Trappers can regenerate if they're in water. The Piggyback Knights just get slightly better stats, armor, better shields, whereas the Yetis actually get magic damage, which will be really useful fighting against demonic factions, so let's take that. And if Bragg the Gutsman can't make it into the army for this battle, we'll bring over the Butcher that was down there. But hopefully he can, because he would be really useful, because he's anti-large. So yeah, fighting Kugath, he would be really, really good. He's just going to be shy of getting there. Okay, well, we'll bring the Butcher over then. Get a Pyrrhic victory there. Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get to this army fast enough, so he did get the ability to replenish a little bit. If we do a auto resolve, we lose most of our army and one of our heroes, our bruiser. The army's actually not too scary. Plague Bearers we can deal with. Plague Toads can be nasty, but no Exalted Plague Bearers. The Beasts of Nurgles aren't too bad. Plague Toads can be bad, though. Biggest thing, though, is just to worry about is Kugath. Let's look at the map, though. We will actually end this episode a little bit early, just because they've been really long lately, and I want to keep them a tad bit shorter, but we will continue this battle at the start of next episode. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you're enjoying this campaign. I've had lots of fun with it so far. I plan to keep doing it for a while, but I will see you in episode 6. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.